Hello everyone and welcome back to Voidspace. My name is Ollie and we are continuing our journey through Manor Lords. Last episode we fought off some bandits, we created a farming area, we plonked down loads of houses and we've got a lot of industry going. So let's pick up today where we are going to be building our keep on top of this hill. What an imposing piece of geography that we can use to dominate the landscape. Does that path go... There's no way that... Does it go down there? It kind of just, stops at the edge. Is that an animal on the edge? No, it's a rock. Okay, but yeah, look, without any further ado, we need to build up our planks, right? So what I want to do first is see how many large shields we have in storage. More than enough. So what we're going to do, actually same with war bows, right? They use planks too. So we want to go to our joiner's shop, just pause that, and our Fletcher's shop, and pause that. They're the two industries that use planks, right? We actually have a surplus of timber, so we're going to drop another saw pit down right by this stables. They will produce more planks for us. We've got two working here. Oh, we have a new message. Reports of a band of raiders roaming the nearby land. Should we track their steps? No, we'll be ready because we've got a militia of lots of people. We might actually get to use our bowmen as well. A bandit camp was sighted. That's fine. Sight the bandit camp. Let's get this saw pit built. We do have a little bit of regional wealth. And saying that, we do have 1,000 influence, so what we can do is zoom right out and start claiming these areas to stop the other guy from claiming them. So let's do that while we wait, and we'll just wait for this saw pit to be ready. And that's one saw pit completed. We'll drop 2 families into there. We've currently got 36 families in total with enough living space for 39. And yeah, we're already producing a surplus of planks. Now, let's remind ourselves, how many planks does it take for the manor? It takes 20, so we may just have to wait a moment to get the required amount of planks. Now, do we have bandits encroaching on our land? That's usually what stops us. Yeah, there's a bandit camp over here. We might just deal with that while we wait for our planks to go up. Let's just pull up our levies over here. That is probably going to decrease our amount of planks that we're building. But that being said, we can send our guys over this direction. And we're going to move our army over here. We're at 19 planks already. 24. So whilst we're going to war, let's just get our construction ready. We're going to get our manor house, kind of that orientation. I think right in the middle there. And this will be like our royal road, which will snake up and around here, like so. Kind of trying to use the contours of the hill as our army moves towards this bandit camp. I don't think there's anyone here. Yeah, they must have... we're going to transfer that back to the nearest town. They must have all decided to attack the nearby lord's army, perhaps? I don't know. But that was basically free money for us, 284. Let's disband these guys so they all go back to work. And food stocks is at 7 months. We just want to keep an eye on that because that does seem to be going neither up or down, which is going to become problematic as we get more families move in. We've got living space for 41. More families are moving in. So yeah, how much do these guys need to build? They're still moving the resources over. We've got tons of stone because we completely depleted a stone mine. Here we go, it's getting built now. Right, we have, very soon, 1 manor. It is missing 1 stone, however. There we go, it's all done. And we immediately got 250 influence just from building it. Now if we click into this, I believe we can go into the taxes panel, yeah, and we can get a land tax, which, you know, 10% I think is fine, and the tithe, I think, gives us influence, so let's drop that up to 10% also. And we can click on this building, here we go, and there is like a manage button, isn't there? Yeah, open the castle planner, We're going to want the garrison tower. I quite like it being right on the side. Garrison tower increases our retinue size by 12, but crucially, it looks cool. One thing we want to do as well is upgrade our church, and for that we need clay tiles. So let's bring a road up here. We're going to build a mining pit on top of there. Our manor is once again having additional construction, and our approval rating has taken a bit of a dip because of the taxation, but that's fine because we're starting to accumulate our own wealth, which will be great for mercenaries. Still got 7 months of food as this flies up. Well, that looks pretty cool so far. I believe that plus number means we just gained another person to our retinue, which is totally possible. People work here? What do they do? Residing families too. Okay, great. Let's continue to build this up, actually. I believe we are going to want... I mean, a tax office is purely cosmetic at the moment. But walls and gates. So, I would quite like our walls to go over here. But it says it's too far from building area at the moment. So I believe we can expand the building area. So what I think we might have to do is just do like an inner wall. Alright, we can move these things. Okay. So let's move that out of the way for a moment. So we can get a gate there. We can't commit to this just yet. Can we deselect this? How do we deselect this? Okay, it's Alt-click. And what's it saying that we don't have the resources for it? Because we do. Alright, okay, that's kind of reset it. Okay. So let's get some walls and gates going. Yeah, surely we want the gatehouse on the inside. We want to keep this going until we have just the right amount of resources for it. I'm not really making sense of the numbers here because it says 48. It says it's only using 20 something. But we can commit to that. Does that bring people over to work? Oh, for some reason it's... okay, we'll see what happens there. We just built a tower and it's just disappeared. That's good to know. We're running a bit low on timber. And I wonder if we built this mining pit we have. So let's start stockpiling some clay while we're waiting. And we do have this other region that we can begin expanding into, which we will do once we get 250 money, I believe, in our personal... money, yet 250, which we don't have enough for at the moment, but we do have quite a bit of regional wealth here, which is great. Oh, do they rebuild that tower every time I make a change? Do they like rebuild everything? Do you know what, while we're waiting, we're going to unpause our Fletcher shop just so they continue to make bows, because that's an easy way to get archer militia up to full strength. When it comes to spear militia, I believe, yeah, we've got the correct amount of spears and shields, just not enough people. Right, okay, so this manor is done, but it hasn't saved at all the changes that we wanted to make. So do you know what, I'm just going to try that. Can I commit it? No, I can't. Okay, because I don't have enough planks, allegedly. So we'll just bump it back up to speed 3 and see if we can get some more planks. And do you know what, we might actually invest in some more gathering industries like a logging camp and an additional saw pit. So that's another logging camp done. Let's get some people working on there. And that's a good point. These logging camps can take up to 3 families. So we can get another one working over there. And we've got another saw pit completed over here. Let's get somebody working on that. That should increase our production of both materials. We still have 1 family left to build, and we can start making some changes to this castle. We can commit the gatehouse. Yes, and when we press commit, it does drop the tower off, unfortunately. So every time we make a small change to this, it is going to be a case of redoing, or at least watching them redo all the work. I think it stores the materials. Now we know that the wall is going to come out sort of this area and this area. It should hopefully cover the entire block here. We'll have to do an inner wall just so that we can expand the building bubble out. Food wise, we're still at 7 months and 3 months of fuel, so that's staying consistent. Our firewood collectors. Woodcutter huts seem to be doing their job, which is great. How's our food variety looking? We're still getting meat, we're still getting veggies, berries, bread, eggs, and honey. The only thing we're not getting at the moment is apples. We've got 12 warbows in reserve, which is more than enough that we need to fill up the archer militia. So let's put a pause on the Fletcher's shop so we can build up some more planks. And then once this is built up here, might be an idea to invest in an extra couple of homes, just so we get an extra couple of builders move in. Again, if we open up the castle manager here, I mean, we can plan it out, and then we're just collecting the resources for it, right? Let's get it as close to this border as we can, so that it at least looks circular. So it's going to look like that. Not the most circular thing I've ever built in my life, but that being said, we can dot these outer towers on. I mean, does the tax office increase the sort of radius of this? And put the tax office right there. It does. So I'm guessing in the future there's going to be loads of different modules you can add that increase the distance, so to speak. I mean, I'm sure a garrison tower would, but it says limited reach. I'm guessing you can only have one of those. Whereas an outer tower, I'm going to go on a hunch here and say you can have as many of those as you want. And I feel like having a couple of towers by the road kind of makes sense from a gameplay perspective. Chucking one right on the border there gives us that bit to build on. Chucking one right on the border there gives us that bit to build on. It's going to look a bit janky, I think, just to get the build area. But that being said, you know, we can then put them right on the edge of the cliff, which would be the ideal place to have them. Like so. Here, and here, and here. So that will give us a nice walled area over there. I feel like there should be another one over here, and then another row, at least going in this direction. Like so. I mean, this is going to cost so much resource. What happens if I remove this one? Nothing. Okay, great. What happens if I remove this one? Nothing. Okay, perfect. So we can get rid of those ones. Geez, look how much timber and stone and everything that it's going to cost. Walls and gates. Let's get this done. We want it to go that way on the road. We can actually get through these buildings like so. I wonder if you can upgrade these in the future to stone walls. I mean, I'm guessing that's going to be a thing. And we'll get the wall to continue here. Makes sense that it would. Through there, and back into there. Right, so we can't commit it because we need 256 logs and 243 planks. But what we can absolutely do is stockpile those resources until we can commit it. What do we need to do to make that a reality? Well, we're going to need some more homes, because we've got a saw pit here that requires one family, right? Then we've got a logging camp over here that can take 2 more, so that's 3. And then we have a logging camp up here that's full. So actually we need an additional 3 families worth of people minimum to get this thing optimal resource collection. So let's drop some more homes. And, you know, increasing the homes isn't a bad thing either, because we can increase the number of people we've got in our retinue. I believe we're fully equipped in terms of equipment. It's just people that we're short of. 81 out of 108. These homes are getting built really fast, which is nice. As soon as they're built, we're going to chuck some chicken farms in their garden, because we like the surplus food that they provide. There we are. There's 4 homes with 4 chicken coops all sorted, so that's an additional 4 families. Why do we only have 2 unassigned families? Because no one's moved in yet. We're lowest on planks at the moment, so let's bump that up to full. 3 sawmills working round the clock to turn timber into planks. And can I just remind myself how much we needed to make this a reality? 243 planks, 256 logs, and 130 stone. Now, what might be a good idea is to get a trading station as well. That will allow us to import materials. So another new family's moved in. We'll chuck them into here. And there's the trading station done. So we can up that. Do you know what? We could order a horse for it. That would be great. And we want to open some trade routes. We want to import some stone. So let's establish a trade route. we want to import. And how much stone do we need to be holding? Let's just remind ourselves by clicking on the manor. We want 130. We've currently got 85. I keep pressing escape to get out of that. That is not the right hotkey. 135. Now, military equipment, we've got some. We could be trading off our spears, but it's going to cost 84 wealth to set up that trade. So let's speed things up. And we're just going to drop our tax policy down to 5%. We don't actually need money that much at the moment, because we can sell spears for quite a lot of money, so that's probably a good trading route to invest in. And we're currently spending all of our money on importing stone. We've got 91 stone, so let's change this to 91 so that we can at least stockpile some money for the moment. And we're just going to have a look and see if there's any bandit camps knocking around. Which I don't believe there is, because every area has been claimed, so it's just a case of waiting for our money to tick up. Now, if we upgrade some homes to burgage level 2s, using a few of our logs, they will generate us tax income, and we are dropping down to 6 months worth of food. Yeah, so I think we're just going to leave this on speed 3 whilst we gain some money to trade away at our trading post. Okay, we've got some enemy units spotted. They are on the other side of the map to us, so I need to just be aware of when they come down here onto this road. So I'm going to keep an eye on them, put it at speed 3. It does look like they're coming towards us, so actually we will rally our troops. Let's fast forward. Oh my god, please don't jump off the cliff. Oh, they're going round, that's okay. We've got our retinue, which is 5 men. Let's just form a bit of a defensive battle line. They've got, what, 36, what's that, 72 troops? So this could be a bit of a close one, actually. Create a bit of a better wall here. Yeah, I want to see this. Okay, taking a bit of impetus out of their charge. Our retinue is taking the brunt of it. There we go. And I wonder what happens when our archers get attacked. Oh, they've got swords, that's okay. Oh, but one of them has just died. Oh, this could be bad. This could be very bad, actually. Oh yeah, the archers are having a bad time. Oh, we're down to 12 of our archers. Oh, and our retinue is down to 2 as well. Oh, did you see that archer just get destroyed there? Okay, they've completely defeated one of our archer units. Okay, let's see if we can just mob them in. Okay, the bandits are breaking. We lost a lot of population there. Oh, that was painful. We did actually lose a lot of population. Let's send our families back to work. Wow, we've got the right amount of families, but the wrong number of people, which is a bit of a shame actually there. So I think the best way to recover from that is going to be to build some more residential plots, which we could build on this road. There we go, because we're going to want to continue to increase the number of recruits we have. That's what we're missing at the moment, and we're probably going to want to unpause the Fletcher because we are missing bows. That being said, we did push up to 45 regional wealth, and we are collecting clay for our wooden church. So isn't there an industry item here that, yeah, fires those items? I can put it beside the trader here. Wait for those to build and our clay furnace. Those houses, that is. Oh, you can customize your retinue. So we can recruit men-at-arms. So we pay 50 from our treasury to hire a retainer who already owns basic military equipment. Is that just one guy? It is just one guy. Okay. We can upgrade his armor. So how many of these can I hire? Because that might not be a bad use of my own money. Okay, so we've got a few people here. We can change the body of them. I'm going to want you with a sword. What kind of shield are we talking about here? The patterned shield, naturally, and a helmet. Oh yeah, a lovely bassinet. Accessories, there is none. Color-wise, what are our colors? It's like yellow and green, isn't it? Armor set for this retainer. That sounds like it's... Oh, wow, okay. So even better. Oh, so we've actually got three different men to pick from here. So you press this button to recruit a men-at-arms for someone that's already got equipment, and there's no actual saying what equipment you're going to get for them. It's just a different bloke. Okay. Okay, we're getting more families joined, so our numbers are going up. That's it for the houses that we have, though. 45 out of 45, but we are building 4 more. Food-wise, it's going down a bit, but we are about to do a nice big wheat harvest. It might not be a bad idea to expand our farms, actually. Yeah, this is quite fertile land here. So let's drop another field. There we go. We should drop another 2 families into here. And what I want, so these ones are set to wheat, fallow. I want these ones to be set to fallow, wheat. So there is a bit of a rotation. We do have a 71% progress on our clay furnace, no progress on our homes, and we want to make sure we stop warbow production when that gets to 36. But saying that, what if we recruited another unit of spears? Yeah, we're actually short of shields. Tons of spears. Probably not a bad idea to recruit, what, another 2 units of spears actually, and see if we can get them up to maximum through our population growth. This was meant to be a quick, let's build our castle, and it's actually turned into a, let's build up our armed forces because we need to defend ourselves while we build our castle. Which is fine. In terms of equipment, we're on 33 out of 36 bows. We're going to wait for that to get to 36. And then we are going to switch production to large shields. And we're going to keep building houses while we do it, so that we can get the numbers up on our recruits. So we're actually over on bow production at the moment, so we're going to turn off our Fletcher's shop and turn on our joiner's shop. He's still going to be using planks, so we won't be stockpiling planks as quickly as we'd like to get the castle done, but it's still super important because we need the large shields. And we're also about halfway through the recruits that we require to fully man our entire armed force. So what's that? 1 unit of spears, an archer, our retinue, and then another 3 units of spears. What else can we get in here? Just for curiosity's sake, if I clicked on, let's pause it. If I clicked on a militia footman, I don't think we can actually add anyone while we're paused. Is it because we're paused? No, it's not. I think it's just that's the maximum. Let's leave that building up our stockpiles. We need another sort of 75-ish shields and another 90-ish recruits. So we're going to continue to grow our population and our stockpiles. I think what's slowing down our construction is the ox availability. So I'm going to put another hitching post down here. I'm going to make this the highest priority. So hopefully that gets used quickly. I mean, I'm hoping that our problems with construction is not so bad that we can still get an ox to bring a log over here. Just out of curiosity, how are we doing here? 95 recruits and 80 shields out of 144. So we've got 5 more shields, so that's something. Our plank production has gone down. Doesn't look like we have the logs available that we would need. Is that because our logging camps are not close enough? And do you know what? We might buy another hitching post, drop that somewhere else. Probably won't hurt to have another one at the bottom of the farm, actually. I think all of our planks at the moment are getting used by the joiner to build shields. Which is, you know, it's fine, it's necessary. It just means a bit of a delay for us getting our castle. We are dropping down on the months available to food, so we may need to look at our food harvesting. Right, okay, but what I have just noticed is we've got 110 regional wealth, which means we can open a trade for our spears. Right, it's going to cost 84 for us to open it up. We want to export, and I read this as our desired surplus, so how many do we want to have left? And I think we'll always want to have 40 left. Does that sound right? Because, yeah, that's just our spears in storage. And our money should shoot up, which will give us the money to start buying construction equipment and possibly importing food as well. I mean, it costs a lot of money to import food. Do we need to import food? We've got 5 months of food left. But what we could do is just use these to add chicken farms and the money from the export to add chicken farms. So let's see how that works out. And I think we should build a nice big plot with a big old garden, a single house plot, which we can use for vegetable farming. And yeah, look, we got a lot of wealth come in there, so I'm guessing it's because our supplies went down of spears, which it did. So that gives us the money to place chicken coops in all of these homes, which will help us with our food needs. We're down to 3 months worth of fuel, 5 months worth of food. I want ideally every house to have some sort of food producing structure in the garden. We are ploughing and planting our fields. We do have one livestock available here. This big vegetable house is going to be ready soon. Our militia numbers are going up. We're now at 100 out of 180, which I know is not full, but it is getting there. This is going to be a nice big vegetable garden. In terms of equipment missing, it's still just large shields. I believe we are still producing planks. Yes, we are. So the joiner will just continue to build up until we're at the required level. At least putting a well in there, and we can build houses up to said well. You can get 2 in there. Nice. Kind of looks like a big allotment, doesn't it? We can pull a road up there, drop some homes at a different angle, just to give it a bit of visual interest, really, more than anything. Like so. That's going to help our population numbers. Now I worry that they're going to be quite far from the market, which is over here. So I might also throw in a small little marketplace just here, just to meet their needs for any families nearby that would like to get the benefit of having a market. So when we hold down tab, we can see where our oxen are being used, and they are all getting utilised at the moment, which is great. How are we doing on food? We're up to 6 months. We did used to be on 5, so that's something. And we're going to continue to upgrade as many homes as humanly possible to level 2s. I know we're using up the timber stores, but that's kind of been secondary to building up a solid military. I mean, that big battle at the beginning really did set us back on population. We do have 9 unassigned families, so let's just chuck an extra 1. In fact, let's just fill up the apiaries. Now, a trade good that we can produce that would likely create us profit, because I don't believe it has a lot of use at the moment, would be to build pasture and import some sheep. So we build like a nice big pasture, like so. Now we're going to want a livestock trader. We can drop her here, I suppose. There's also a sheep farm. So the pasture provides space for livestock, but the sheep farm collects wool from grazing sheep. We want both of those things. We're going to collect wool, and then that will allow us to export a good that we don't really have a need for at the moment. Oh, we got a new message. We've received reports of bandit raiders roaming the... Yeah, we will be ready, don't worry. We've got 7 available families, so we want to get 1 into the livestock trade in, 1 into there, 1 into there, and we would like to trade. We need to open trade for sheeps. Let's buy 5 of them. Currently at, what's that, 62 families, and we've still got space to expand. In terms of recruits, we're at 113 out of 180, and we're not too far off the shields either. Can we recruit another spear militia? I don't think so. So it's just a case of we're going to have to work with what we've got. But yeah, the priority at the moment is getting these houses up so that more families move in so that we can fully populate our militia. We need 180 male population. And you know what? We're building all of these houses, but they're not all contributing foodstuffs. Every house should be contributing foodstuffs. So we'll just do that now. Now what we could do, unpause him, but we're also going to allow him to produce sidearms, because we're going to stockpile sidearms and sell them. We want to export sidearms, which is going to cost us 129. So we're just going to wait here. In fact, we could just trade off the last of our spears. How are we getting on for stockpiling? So we're at 118 timber, 253 planks. Do you know what? I might just let this run just long enough to get the required materials we need to build this castle, because that was kind of the whole point of today. We have kind of by proxy also almost fully recruited our military. We still need a few more population, probably another 60 people. I did just increase our farmland as well, so I'm going to drop 2 more families into our farmhouse. And you know what, I might drop down, we're going to farming here, a second farmhouse. And you know what, I'll drop it here, because that's pretty okay land there. And I'm going to want to make use of that. I've already accidentally put a flipping marketplace on it, which is okay. But, you know, if we can get a good quality field out of it, we'll get a good quality field out of it. We'll put it on crop rotation, wheat, and we'll drop a couple of extra families into that farmhouse when the time comes, just so that we don't run out of food. We're 1 month of fuel at the moment, but we are heading into winter, and we've just built, you know, a couple of extra woodcutter lodges. In terms of family space, we've got 62 out of 72, so we've got this massive pasture for the world's best looked after free-range sheep, and there's only 5 of them. Let's trade an extra 5. So our farmhouse is ready. Now, how are we doing on our resources? I think we're there on the timber. No, sorry, wrong, on the planks. So if we're there on the planks, let's drop these sawmills down. We have been stockpiling sidearms, so we would like to open trade route for sidearms. We would like to export them, and we would like to have a surplus of 0 because we have no need for them. We also want to trade in stone, and we'd like to have 135 stone. How are we doing on numbers of recruits? 127 out of 180. So at the moment, all we're interested in is population growth. And you know what? We do have enough resources to upgrade our church. Well, that was just an instant thing. So let's just remind ourselves what we need for this. So we're good on the stone, we're good on the planks, it's actually just the logs. Just remind ourselves of the monstrosity of a castle that we've proposed. We can build this thing. Which, do you know what, I think it's actually, you know, as a newly settled area, it's probably a pretty decent defensible location. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that wall. Probably just run up here and jump over. Wow, a nice big army of enemy raiders. This is going to be a true test of all of our military. Rally all of our troops over here. Now, we might actually lose a number of men here again. Come on, guys, get yourselves moving. Fortunately, our retinue is not recruitable because it does not have the required troop numbers. Even though we bought those 3 guys, I guess 3 guys aren't really going to make a big difference. And you know what, we'll let them tire themselves out and come to us. We'll make a nice long line. So if I can get these guys to stand their ground. Soldiers try to stand their ground, defense is doubled, but attack frequency is halved. So we'll see if we can get a volley off on these guys. Looks like they've gone hidden into the woods here. They should pop out the other side momentarily. Yes, we're ready. We're ready for a battle. Let's speed it up just a bit, just until they pop out of the woods. So we have a group of brigands. I love how this chick's still going to work. You know, firewood cannot wait. But you know what, guys? Let's put you on shoot at will. And wherever these guys go attacking, let's get you in. There we go. I want you guys to move. And I want you to be balanced. Now I want you guys to be balanced. And see if we can create some problems. I'm guessing these guys aren't shooting because their oppos are in combat. Can I push them forward? Or are they just going to fire? Oh, okay, they are potentially going to fire into... Okay, that battle went a lot better. We've already dispersed one group. Oh, geez. Okay, guys, stop shooting. Stop shooting. Don't know if friendly fire is a thing. There we go. Oh, there is still a group left. Yeah, that battle went way better than last time, and I think it's a testament to the fact that we actually built up our militia. So, sure, we don't need you anymore, archers. You can all go back to work. These guys can clear this up. That's the raid over. So, well defended. I don't know how many men we lost, if any. We're up to 132 recruits. So, look, I think that's where we're going to leave today's episode. We came in expecting to plan and build a castle. And what we actually discovered was it takes a lot of resources to even build 2 concentric rings of wood, basically. Which, to be fair, we're actually really close on committing to, but the main focus of this army, of this episode, has been building up the army. Which, again, to be fair, 134 out of 180 troops, you know, that's okay. So yeah, look, I really hope you've enjoyed this, guys. If you've been watching this far, like the video because it's a massive help to the exposure of this channel. I'm really enjoying playing Manor Lords, so you helping me out there would be phenomenal. Subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment down below. What did you find interesting? What have you learnt about Manor Lords recently that you didn't learn? Like I, for instance, learnt that the orchards were a burgage plot sort of extension rather than an actual, like, a thing that you build. So yeah, like, I'm really enjoying this game. What new features are you looking forward to? Let me know in the comment section down below. And on your screen now there'll be some other video suggestions which I highly recommend you check out if you have enjoyed this. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.